Mr. Matt Sapaula, the money smart guy himself. He is phenomenal in what he's doing, so get your pens and papers out. You're not going to keep this all in your head. You got to write it down. You got to take it home. You got to study it. You got to learn it. Then you got to implement it. So you ready?
PHP, good, money smart.
Give me 2 claps of the MVP.
MVP.
All right. Mr. Matt Sapaula.
Good job. Cool. All right. I think Nina's got a new job. You're hired. You're hired. So, all right, let's get this. Vicky, do me a favor. So, guess what we're doing tonight? I think how many phones went? What's going on, Periscope land? This is the Money Smart Movement team. This is the Money Smart Movement entrepreneurs fired up. You guys here to make some money? Change your lives?
Yes!
Cool, awesome. Well, let's get that done today. So if I can get us connected, let me get my hoo-yah here. We're looking up, that's up somebody's, you know what I'm talking about. Let's get that connected here. We get some heart, all right? So Vic, if you don't mind, could you get that, bro? Cool, all right, rock and roll. Good. We're all mic'd up. All right, so tonight, how many of you feel that you're actually an entrepreneur? Let me ask that one more time. Who here really feels that they're an entrepreneur? Are you an entrepreneur there, Periscope? You entrepreneurs, guys? Right, so here, how many guys feel that, let me ask you this question. The topic tonight is building a personal brand. Okay, how many guys want to build a personal brand? Yes. Because what's easier to do, attracting people to you or hitting people up?
Attracting.
Right, so what's easier, having 10 phone calls to make today, or maybe half of them got all voicemails and 3 of them are all skeptical and 2 of them are ready to do business with you? Or would you rather talk to 10 people who have inbound messages saying, hey, what is it that you do?
Yes.
Help me. Right, I'm curious, right? Would you rather have those?
Yes.
So we're going to talk about branding tonight. And so when we're talking about a brand, many people here are hybrid entrepreneurs.
Hybrid.
Yeah. Your music is playing over here. So, whose computer is that? Whose music is that? I'm about to start dancing.
Maybe.
Where's the one?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so whose laptop is this? All right, somebody find out whose laptop that is or music is playing right here. Good, good initiative. Where was I? See, A's, squirrel, bam. Branding. Okay, branding. Okay, so when we're talking about branding, boom, where's our markers? I guess I must not be trained tonight. You guys must not want some training tonight, huh? Out of the whole entire office here of entrepreneurs, nobody can take the initiative to get some markers for the trainer to train. I just want to let you know, I'm going to give you guys a hard time, but this conversation here is about $500 an hour. You're getting it absolutely for free. But nobody got an initiative tonight to take some markers. You know who sat at the board tonight? I did. Why? Aren't you entrepreneurs? I'm an entrepreneur. I'm giving you a hard time. I'm going to let you off light. But can we start raising our game? Can you start raising your game? Because here's a mindset. You have 2 different mindsets when you walk into an office like this of like-minded, entrepreneurially thinking entrepreneurs. Number 1, do I come here like an employee? No. Or number 2, do I come in like an entrepreneur? Okay, so if you're an entrepreneur, okay, what time do you think the waiter opens up the restaurant? Let's say the restaurant opens at 11 o'clock. What time do you think the waiter gets there? About 10 o'clock at the night, the tables, all that stuff set up. All right, so even a waiter who's an employee gets to the restaurant at least an hour in advance. Many of you walked in right now as this meeting started tonight, did it? Half this room wasn't even at pregame tonight. You want to talk about building a personal brand? It starts with your habits. Number 1, building a personal brand starts with your habits. Okay, so let's talk about that real quick. I know I'm probably giving you guys a hard time, but what did you think? Did you want me to give you a nice pat on the back and a rub if you weren't holding high standards? And for those of you holding high standards, congratulations. Those of you at pregame, outstanding freaking job. Because you're applying the skills and habits necessary to be an entrepreneur. Because what happens if you don't implement high standards and habits to your business?
You end up having a low standard business.
Low standard business. You want low standard business with low income? No. Or do you want a high standard business with a high income?
Yeah.
Listen, financial independence, being debt free, taking care of your mom, your parents, the people that you love and care about will demand the best out of you. You can't be blasé about it. You want to do that? There's other companies out there that probably accept low standards, just not us. Right? With that being said, let's talk about building a personal brand. Now, I want to talk about you attracting people to your business. So when you talk about building a brand, because half the people here are still shedding off their employee mentality, and some of you are acquiring the new entrepreneur mindset, so therefore you can become an entrepreneur. Because if a waiter gets at the restaurant at 10 o'clock, even though it opens up at 11 o'clock, what is a waiter doing? Preparing for business. How does a waiter make money? Does he make money off of hourly wage?
No.
Makes money off of tips. Makes money off of tips. How does an entrepreneur make money? Don't tell me tips. Here's how an entrepreneur makes money. He understands what his product is, understands how that product fixes a problem, and how he can help the masses by taking a widget and improving over a period of time to improve what margin? The profit. Who said that? Go to Bill. Go Rich. He improves the profit margin. For those of you in this room tonight that are financial entrepreneurs, what's your profit margin? Is it 10%? Is it 20%? What's your profit margin?
100%.
Right now, in entire PHP, they're watching the #1 office in the entire country for Periscope. And I want you guys to know, you can screw things up and still be #1. Right? Listen, your profit margin is 152%. Right? For example, Grant Cardone sell this 10x. How much? So here's how an entrepreneur looks at this. Here's how an employee looks at this. One of two ways. An employee looks at this. $14.99. Right?
No.
$14.99. I'll probably buy something cheaper. Right? I can go to the 5-star meat notebook and buy this for $3.99. But why do I buy a 10x? Because it allows me to 10x my efforts. Correct?
Yes.
Because you want to just not be average and ordinary. You want to be excellent at what you do. Correct?
Right.
So here's how an entrepreneur looks at it. How can I provide this value to the community and sell it for $14.99 and still be profitable to me? So what do I need to do with this product? To manufacture
Brand it.
Huh? Brand it, but also with the branding, what do I got to do? With the first thing, if I want a big profit, what I got to figure out here?
So that's for a higher price.
Increase the value.
Okay, so I got to figure out what this costs. I got to figure out, can I manufacture this for $2.99, $3.99, $4.99? Who's going to be my vendor? Right? All those different things in addition to the brand. So at the end of the day, our product, I just want you to know, our product is 152%. So here's your brand. Some of you are employee-minded, and some of you are entrepreneurial-minded. So if you're an employee right now, right, I hope, would encourage you that you want to become eventually a entrepreneur. You want to own your own business. Who here wants to own their own business? Keep them up. Just a bit. Snap, 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 snap. Everybody wants to own business, right?
Yes.
So if you want to own your own business, you got to brand yourself as a entrepreneur. Okay, so here's a couple things. This is you. Do a little exercise. Whoop. Right? For some of you, yes. Whoop. I mean, matter of fact, I want longer skirts. Right there, right there. There you go. We're modest, right? My life changed when I had daughters, right? So this is you. What I want you. Here's the exercise. Write that. Draw this in your notebook. So this is what you are as a professional, right? And the other side here is who you are as a person. Okay. So I need a volunteer. Okay, back there. Oh, you go, Denzel. Denzel, step no. You're my second volunteer. So Nana, come on up here. Give Nana Delgado a hand. Right? So Nana, good. Talk to me about what do you think you're known for as a professional? Right? As a professional person, a young lady, young entrepreneur, what do you think you're known for?
I'm known for being personable, always smiling.
That's a person. That's personable. Right? Smiling. But as a professional, as a profession, as an entrepreneur, as a college graduate, as a nursing degree, I'm just giving you some tips.
I'm educated?
You're a college graduate?
Yes.
Right? College grad? You're a millennial?
Yes.
Right? Millennial? What else?
Hardworking?
That's personal. That's personal.
I'm a nurse.
Good. Nurse. Aren't you glad to go through this exercise?
Yeah.
Nurse. What else?
You're an educator.
I'm an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. What else?
Educator.
I'm an educator.
Educator. What else? What do you see? Aren't you glad you're going through this?
Yeah.
How do I take an external approach? And by the way, you should come up with about 20, 25 of this. Okay. What else?
License.
Businesswoman. Student debt. No student debt.
No student debt.
No student debt.
Trustworthy.
Hello. You're a freaking model for Elmhurst Junior College.
Oh, yeah, I'm
If you
a
didn't know, color photo right here, right? Elmhurst Junior College. Nana, she's a model, right? She's a cover girl, right? What else?
Serves the community.
Huh?
She serves the community.
Serve the community. In what fashion?
Financial education.
Financial education.
Mentorship.
Mentorship. What else? Okay, if you can't think, let's go to you're easier with this one. So as a person, what are you known for? You're personal, you smile, you're hardworking. What else?
Smart.
Smart. What else?
Independent.
Woo. Independent. Caring.
Trustworthy.
Love for family.
Driven.
Right?
Chime in anytime.
Thank you. Right? That's exactly what I did myself. Thank you very much. Anything else? Right? Huh?
I think
Charming.
Mom, of course, charming. Okay, cool. So, bingo. So, do this for yourself, right? So now, what you want to do is, okay, if that's what I am, what makes you authentic, what makes you unique, what makes you stick out from all the noise that you hear out there, is you. You want to build a personal brand, you got to figure out what you are, right? So let me ask you this question, Anna. As an entrepreneur, who do you look up to as an entrepreneur in your space of personal finance, entrepreneurship? Who do you look up to? What do you want to be in terms of that type of brand, that type of influence? Who do you look up to?
Matt Sapaula.
Oh. So money smart guy, thank you. MSG, right? It's not monosodium glutamate, right? It's not Chinese food. It's money smart guy. What else? What else? When you think about personal finance, who else do you think about? Who do you channel?
Grant Cardone.
Grant Cardone. Okay, Grant Cardone. Look at Grant Cardone. GC, Uncle G. Who else do you channel?
Patrick.
Patrick. PBD. Who else? All guys, by the way.
Priscilla.
Priscilla? Good. Priscilla. Who else do you channel?
Anna.
Anna. Okay, cool. Anna Rivera?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Who else do you channel?
Lisette.
Lisette. Okay, good. All right, so this is a good brand. What is it about their brands that you are attracted to? What is it about that influences you?
They each have something I can pull from, relate to, depending on who I'm sitting with.
Good. Not ING, the financial company, but their ingredients, right? At the end of the day, you are a compilation of the people that you are influenced by. Okay? So if you're influenced by Patrick and David, Priscilla, Lisette, the best of them is then you. And so how does that become unique and different to you then? You got to talk about what it's like to be a college grad and be an entrepreneur. You got to talk about what it's like to be a millennial and dealing with your financial situation. How many millennials out there in their early 20s, their first career, college graduate, their first jobs, how many of them would probably adhere to your story?
Oh, yeah.
This is what Nana's going through on a daily basis with deals with money. Here's the clients that I'm helping. Here's the education that I'm providing. Here's what it's like to, I can't even read my own writing. Here's like to serve my own community, right? These are the things that she needs to be talking about in a very personable, smiling, hardworking, and authentic way. You guys getting it?
Yes.
That's how you add it all up. That's what everybody in here, I don't care if you're with PhD agency in the same kind of context, you are all different. You get that? But what brings us together is our crusade, our company, our compensation structure. But at the end of the day, you are all, say different.
Different.
Nena is
Different.
Say, I am
Different.
good. So when you're putting your personal brand together, you got to figure out what are the core competencies that you want to be known for. Okay, so let's ask that question. In an area of your professional aspect, what do you want to be known for? What do you? Well, let me ask you this question: when you're helping people in your business, what do you have the highest amount of passion and emotion and engagement on your end when you're helping people do what?
Build a secure financial home.
Good, I love it. Building a secure financial home. What else? Anything specific about that?
I don't want people to go through what my family went through.
Ah, now we're getting somewhere. I want them to avoid my personal upbringing, which would be what?
Well, my dad passed away when I was 13,
Ooh.
so we didn't have any financial knowledge. No one saw the value in my parents to sit with them and teach them about life insurance. So
I love that. That's awesome. How many of you guys just relate to that right there? How many of you guys just wanted to do that there right there? That you can see that stuff. You know, I couldn't imagine. You know what my biggest prayers is? Every time my daughters have a birthday, I pray. I said, Lord, since the day they were born, I said, just keep me around long enough until they're 18. Right? If you're going to call me home. And then, you know, when they're graduate, at least for 18 years old, they know that the father was just like on them all the time. And if something happened, I just couldn't imagine what Nana's going through. You see what I'm saying? So as soon as she says something like that, that already hits me. It not only hits young ladies, it hits fathers.
Right.
You see what I'm talking about? So it just doesn't impact young kids growing up and young adults. It might affect a 30, 40-year-old there that maybe 20, 30 years. By the way, just want to let you know, age in your business is not a factor. Don't give yourself a say, well, people don't listen because I'm young. People don't listen because I'm older. People don't listen because I'm really old. Right? Like me. Right? But some of you guys said, I want to retire when I'm old. Well, so what's old then? Huh? 42? I'm 42. Thank you very much. But see how much her story can she drag out now. And now think about this. Your mess can become your message. What you take for granted is other people's treasure. Your garbage is somebody else's treasure. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the things that are the deepest, darkest secrets for you in this day and age, you bring that out of you, and people remember you for that. And that's how you stick out differently. That's why we don't sell insurance. That's why we don't sell financial products. That's why we don't sell widgets. You got to sell yourself. And what happens is Nana, by default, she's naturally going to repel people at this time that she's not meant to serve, but yet, simultaneously, she's going to attract people that she is. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Nana, give her a hand. Proud of you, honey. So, real quick, with somebody here, what do you want to be known for? Let's do an exercise. What do you want to be known for?
For helping people,
Helping people do?
getting their future taken care of.
Okay. Anything specific about that?
Financially more.
Okay.
Knowing that there's people out there.
Yes.
A lot of people that I'm reaching out to had no idea that there was student loan help.
Good. I know you're spinning a lot of student loan debt relief business. I noticed that. You go, Judy. I'm proud of you. Excellent. Yes.
Peace of mind when the family are going to be taken care
More specific. Gotta be more specific. Peace of mind. Do it because what situation?
of. You will have if something happens to you, you know that they will be taken care of.
Keep going.
College, school, house.
Keep going. And what specific situation?
Financial
died, right?
money.
Okay. Any job description? Any segment of the market demographic you want to hit?
The insurance.
See, let me share my personal brand. Single father, $50,000 of credit card debt, divorce, bankruptcy. I want people to know about that stuff. Military. How many people I just connect with right there? Listen, I was a single father from 23 years old. Started a business because I was dead broke, $15,000 in debt. Just went through a divorce and bankruptcy. I just connect with multiple demographics right there, right? I've been an entrepreneur now for 15 years. I'm in my early 40s. I haven't taken any paychecks since 2001. I've been six figures in 2001. How many people are assigned to identify with now? I want to make six figures. I was $15,000 in debt too. How do I get to make $100,000 a year? You know, most people don't make $100,000 a year, right? So I want you guys to get deeper. Don't get away from being superficial and get deeper into how you want to serve and help people. I mean, one thing that came out to me is three things. I want to help people that are hybrid entrepreneurs. Matter of fact, this Periscope is about hybrid entrepreneurs, right? What's a hybrid entrepreneur? They still have a job, and a transition to become a entrepreneur. That's a hybrid entrepreneur. Steve Jobs was a hybrid entrepreneur. Steve Wozniak was a hybrid entrepreneur. Many of you are. I was a hybrid entrepreneur. Just wasn't called hybrid. That wasn't a word back then. Right? There's prehistoric entrepreneur. Right? So what is it? What is it? Can somebody share with us, if you're comfortable, sharing something that's deep, dark, or bright aspect of you they think that can be a light to a lot of people in terms of building a personal brand? Amanda?
Rudy's been discussing this with us, and I think something that just came to my heart right now is I want to help people who have families that are incarcerated.
Ooh, yeah.
And just know, because it's hard as a single because, you know, there's a lot of millennials and they may not care. So to get deeper is people who have family, maybe specifically parents that are incarcerated, and know that just because your parents may have done wrong, you can still.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. See how Amanda's just huffy and puffy about it right now? Because she's feeling it. You see, what happens is you find a topic that you're passionate about and you get behind. You know what happens? You'll never have to work another day in your life again. Every day you talk about this story. That's your crusade. That's your mission. Come on, man. You can't shake me. You can't faze me. Your negativity, your objections, all that stuff. Listen, when you're building your personal brand, you feel strongly about it. How Amanda's feeling about that right now. She's emotionally charged and jacked up about that stuff. I can't wait for her business to start turning around next 30 days now that she knows that. See, she's barely breathing because she feels so passionate about it. Maybe personal story right there, right? You know, this last weekend we were in Dallas and we're at, how many of you guys know TD Jakes, right? Yeah. TD Jakes, man, that's my guy. TD Jakes in Dallas, Texas, the Potter's House. And so we went to go see his church. Next thing you know, we're seeing a graduation. The graduation was a bunch of formerly incarcerated people who went through the TORI program, the Texas Offenders Reentry Initiative. So what TD Jakes Church does, he talks to all the incarcerated inmates, goes through a program, 110 of them, and gives them skills, counseling, spiritual foundation, so therefore they can enter back into society because they were lacking this type of leadership and guidance earlier in their life. So what happens, they go through this amazing program. The recidivism, you know what recidivism is? Going back to your old ways? Going back into jail? The recidivism rate is only 11%. You know what it is in America today overall? If you get out of jail, you got a 56% chance of going back. Why? Because you get out and they say, okay, you better be good. Okay, I didn't have the tools to begin with, otherwise I wouldn't landed in jail to begin with. So what happened, TD Jakes over his whole ministry is developed a process or a system or program. They've taken entrepreneur money and donations to create that. You think that's part of the Potter's House brand? Mm-hmm. Do you think it's part of TD Jakes' brand? Mm-hmm. Okay, so back to this. Whatever your story is, you got to find out what your story is. How many times do you hear me talk about, man, I remember what it's like to have a credit card not go through. Praying and hoping that $12 would go so I can get number 12 Tom-Toms at Jimmy John's. Isn't that my brand? Yes. Isn't that what I talk about? That's a deep, dark secret. How many guys, you guys laugh every time I say that story because some of you guys have been in that situation. So you can relate and connect. When you're talking about that situation on social media, in the TV and radio, in the community, you're talking to people and shaking hands, and you're talking about this story, people want to know, why are you in business? I talk to all these financial guys, Chamber of Commerce, these type of meetings, NIFA conferences, talk to financial planners, talk to insurance agents, talk to entrepreneurs. I ask them, why are you in business, man? Why? Well, because I want to make money. Dang, right? So next, why are you in business? Well, I thought, cleaning homes was good. We're selling them. Why? Why? So some of you have a hard time talking about why you're in business. You want to talk about why you're in business? Why you're here? Talk about that story. Then becomes to develop your personal brand. Follow me? Okay, next one. When you talk about building your personal brand, you got to take some time. And can somebody fire up this computer behind me real quick? Thanks. Is that Denzel? Rock and roll? Yeah, go ahead and plug it in. So we're talking about your brand. If this is you, how do you get your brand out?
Social media.
Social media. How else do you get your brand out? Word of mouth. Right? How else do you get your brand out?
On the go.
Prospect as you go. Right? Word of mouth. Subcategory. Word of mouth is referrals, right? How else do you get the word out?
Networking events.
Networking events. We have a networking event tomorrow night, right? Yes. Cigars, wealth, and cigars. Whiskey. Right? By the way, is that part? Has cigars been part of my personal brand? Yeah. Why is cigars a part of my personal brand?
Because when you buy one, it goes back to the army.
That's part of it. What's my personal story? How many of you guys know about my personal story when it comes to cigars? Military, exactly. What is it about the military? Wendy?
Well, every time you have a cigar, you thought about being at home.
Folks, see, Wendy knows my story. She's been around with a lot of tequila and whiskey and all that. She's a liquor girl, right? So my personal story with cigars is that we always fought to come home because when we came home, our Captain Never Ready, Warren Nelson Never Ready, if you're watching this, we appreciate you because you always had a Padron cigar for us when we came back. We came back from patrol, all mission, nobody died, nothing happened. We came back from the mission, give us a cigar. We're looking forward to that cigar. Watching over each other's back even more so because it's $20 stinking cigar. I think about that stuff. Remember how much my morale increased because I was looking forward to a cigar. Now all I want to do is send cigars over to Afghanistan because I know what it did for me. See, that's not part of my personal brand. Does that make sense? So here, networking events. Can you fire up the internet and load up Facebook? Thanks, Benzel. How else? What about LinkedIn? Yes. Right? Twitter. Instagram. Facebook, right?
Yes.
Periscope. So now I want you guys to know that there's a different message that you share on networking events. There's a different message that you might want to share on LinkedIn. Maybe that's just straight up articles. Do you want to post pictures about your family on LinkedIn? No. Probably not, because that's kind of like the business network, right?
Yes.
So maybe on this LinkedIn, all you focus on is just articles. Okay. Twitter. What's the easiest way to show things on Twitter? Motivational quotes, right? What about Instagram? Pictures, because pictures tell 1,000 words. And sometimes you can put that same picture on Facebook. Because there's an app or there's a button there, right? You go, you share. I'm all jacked up here, right? So if you post something on Instagram, you hit the share link and it goes to both Twitter and Facebook. And you do one thing, but it does three deals, right? Cool. All right. Pictures. What's this? Periscope, right? So Periscope, I talk about something else. One thing I'm going to start incorporating is Blab. How many guys would just love to spend a little bit more time wanting smart guy and some of the leadership team here in between BOMs, right? And maybe you want to invite your friends to who we are, what we do, and how we're helping people. Blab. So you guys like Periscope, right? Well, Blab allows me to bring you into a live conversation, live stream. So we might be blabbing tomorrow night from a Cigars, Wealth, and Whiskey event. It's going to get some awareness of who's talking about wealth building and cigars and whiskey and who are these aficionados we're attracting. Okay, so well, since you're volunteer, you have a Facebook profile?
I got me with my login and everything. I haven't saved it.
So you're not on Facebook. Who here's any of? Go ahead, Taylor. Go ahead, Taylor. Log in. Okay. So we're gonna crack open. We're gonna critique Taylor's Facebook profile. Yeah, spot check. Spot check. All right. So Taylor, but you know what? Taylor's one of the top performers. I can tell what she's doing on Facebook is starting to attract people to her message. She's branding, right? Okay. As she's doing. Oh, she already did it. Cool. All right. So let's take a look at her Facebook profile. Okay. Right here, the first thing you want to do on your Facebook profile is create a good headshot. Okay? This is a very good-looking professional headshot. For those, I say this in the most I'm married, by the way, but as I say this, I just want to let you know in the most professional way, ladies. If the Lord has blessed you, right? Right? I'm not looking, right? I'm not looking. Right? The Lord has blessed you. That's not what you're showing on Facebook. You know what I'm talking about? Because you're an entrepreneur, and you are in financial services. Imagine like, hi. I can't believe I just pulled that off. So now, this is a very good professional photo. She's smiling. Because in business, you want to put your best foot forward. In Facebook, you put your best face forward. So if you got a picture of your kids, as much as I love children, don't put them on your headshot. At least not the first profile photo. Your sports team, that's not the right photo. Your dog. Right? People want to see who? You. Because if they don't see your picture in the first 2, 3, 4 seconds, they're probably they're not serious.
The duck face.
The duck face, yeah. Please no duck faces. Now, okay, let's talk about protocol real quick on your personal profile. Personal profile, if you completely feel that you want to incorporate your personal life into your personal profile and outside of the headshot, and maybe you want to have a good time, throw a couple beers down at the bar and get sloshed, okay, that's probably okay for your personal profile. I wouldn't recommend it, but keep that on your personal profile. It shouldn't go out into the other streams. Think about this. These are lines out, right? Of you communicating about who you are, what you do, and what you're all about. These are lines, right? Imagine having bad bait at the end of these lines, right? So you want to show who you are, and for some of you, Matt, that's a lot of work. Well, congratulations, you're an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
You got to communicate who you are in a population of 320 million people. Okay, go and scroll down. I like this. Taylor's promoting. Look at that. Look at that. Right? Chinese eyes, right there. Right? But, okay, scroll this down. So what's Taylor communicating here? Stock market. And they're doing it. Go ahead, scroll back down. I'm sorry. Go back to that picture. So what's cool about this, what's smart about this branding, is she's kind of like, that was me. All right, so she's kind of co-branding herself. Yeah, oh man. All right, anyway. So she's kind of co-branding herself because they're tagging each other, right? Mm-hmm. And that's spelled wrong by the humidor. It's humidor. That's another thing. Spelling. Right? So wait a minute. It already exists. It's not even me. But you know what? You know the person going to see it for the first time?
Oh.
The guy deals with money and wealth, can't even spell humidor.
Yeah.
That's why I check my emails, I check my tweets, I check my emails that I send out. I make sure, hey man, spell check this real quick. Because you know me and spelling doesn't mix, right? But I have somebody else read it. I know somebody else spelled it, just Humidor. Good. All right, scroll down. And by the way, what you should be doing, everybody in here, you should be liking. If you see it on Facebook, what should you do? Like, comment, share. You're seeing it anyway. Stop hating that they're doing something you're not. Right? Some of you know what I'm talking about. I like this one. Taylor's putting a motivational quote. Where's Caesar at? Caesar, what did I tell you when we were at the studio in Columbia College on Thursday?
Be the light.
Huh?
Be the light, attract people.
Be the light. Be the light. What do you want to be? Do you want to be a lighthouse or do you want to be a tugboat?
Lighthouse.
Right? You know what a tugboat does? Come on, come to the BOM, come to the BOM, come to the BOM. What are you doing? Right? What does a lighthouse do? Boom! I know you're broke. Boom! Paycheck to paycheck. Boom! I can help you. That's what a light does, right? That was on Periscope too. All right, go. Keep scrolling that. Well, okay, talk about branding. Look at State Farm here. Now, I'm not judging the guy's picture. What at the end of the day, what is? See, this is how the captive agents in the financial services industry are getting caught up in somebody else's brand. At the end of the day, do people do business with State Farm? Do business with an agent? Do people do business with PHP? Do business with you? You. People buy you. They don't buy the company. They don't buy the, right? They buy your personal brand. So somebody will should I build my brand or should I build PHP brand? Money's for no. Build you. Build your brand. Okay? Because this guy, what do you think? Fabulous pairings. Pairings to what? I don't get it. Come here to combine auto. Oh, I guess that's what the pair is. Buy auto, multiple lines of insurance. But if this were me, I'd be kind of pissed off. You know why? Because I know this agent's paying for this ad. He doesn't even get to put his name on it. Wow. You see what I mean? I'd rather have, John Smith agency with State Farm. I'd rather have that if I was, right? So think about that. Because they're so in a box. The lawyers are making the choice there on how they're marketing and branding. Okay? Keep going down. By the way, go up to Veronica's real quick. Veronica's in the BOM right now, so click on Veronica. All right? Veronica, boom, same thing. Great headshot. I'm a light. The cover photo. This cover photo, if you want to get creative, you want to do family, do it with your cover photo. Right? Do that. If you want to be your kids, your dog, your favorite football team, put it on the cover photo. But your headshot, it's got to be you. Got to put your best face forward. Right? Let's see. Let's go to Veronica's friends. We're stalking now. Okay. Go to mutual friends. The Beatles got such a cool photo, man. That's cool. All right. Where's Alam at? Is he here tonight? Yeah. Alam, crop it to be more tighter. Because what you're communicating here is, I'm in a big hallway. By the way, headshot right here. From chest up. Right? Good picture. Alex, good picture. Alexis, same thing. I know what you're communicating, but we can still see the ambiance behind you, right? Tighten that up. Man the good picture, man the good picture. Alexandra, okay. Let's talk about pictures real quick. I'm going to teach you something a little bit about photography. Okay, if this is the frame. Okay? Hey, this is building your brand, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to build a passive brand, or you want to build an authoritative brand? Why an authoritative? Because do you want to be a weak light or a strong light?
Strong light.
Okay, so you'll never watch TV the same again. They have the rule of the thirds. Okay, the thirds are vertical thirds and horizontal thirds. Okay, that's how a TV screen appears. Okay, what you want to do is you want to put your head either up here, or here. It's called the upper thirds. This right here is headspace. Okay? You don't want a lot of headspace, because if you have a lot of headspace, you're down here, kind of like where Valentina's at right now, or Alexandra. She's at the bottom. I get you want to be on the couch, kind of cute little pose, but you see all that headspace? What is that communicating? When you're looking down at somebody, right? All this headspace, right? So what happens is the mind, the brain looks down upon a picture like you're looking down upon somebody. Whereas an authoritative picture, you're looking up at somebody. You're never going to watch TV? The same. Go watch TV. Watch the news tonight. Think there's a lot of headspace with the anchors on TV? Watch movies. Here's what they're communicating. Authoritative, the kids, what they're communicating. Kids are at the bottom of the screen, of the shot. The authoritative are at the top of the shot. So subconsciously, what are you communicating about your brand? Your authoritative. Yes. Right? And yet you are a leader in your space. Keep going down. Anna, great shot. Angelo, great shot.
You can search me and find me.
Antonio, great shot. Armin, great shot. Arturo, too much headspace. But great outside of that, great shot. Becky, great shot. Billy, great shot. Mr. Sauer, great shot. B-Dub, great shot. See, all, by the way, you can tell we did this class a little bit ago, right? So many of you that are new, consider that headshot that you want on this deal, okay? Curtis Higgins, good shot, good shot. And ideally, I would rather have you, right? I'd just rather have you being the lead. See, because when you look at a picture like this, like, who's the Nara? Yeah, I know, we know that.
Oh, the picture, okay.
Yeah, exactly. The picture, like, is the Nara? You see what I mean? Diana Joe. Diana's in the middle, guys. A lot of headspace. Same scenario. I think she minimizes her brand. I know she probably around the brothers or dad, but minimize her brother. Keep going. Diana Power's a good one. Good one. Good one. Good. See, pause. Evelyn, that's obvious, right? Who's Evelyn? It's obvious, right? Glenda, good. Just I tighten it up right there. I tighten up. Harley, who's Harley? You see what I'm talking about? Yeah. Who's Harley? Thank you for branding Money Smart Move, but the thing I want you to brand first is you. Glossy, love the motivational quote. We just want to see you. Where's Glossy at? Right here. We just want to see. We just want to see Glossy. That might be a good cover shot or a good secondary profile photo. But who's Glossy? You see it, by the way, you see that headspace right there? You need to tighten that up. Jason, powerful headshot. Vote for him, right? Right? So what would you change with this? Tighten it up. People don't need to see head to toe. I mean, ladies, I know you probably want to show off your shoes, and that's all good and everything. I know, I got it. Check this out. Right? But you just want to tighten it up. Jenny Sanchez. Okay, I get it, but where's Jenny in this photo? Right? Jeff needs to change that. It's kind of like a Pinterest, something like that.
Peeking over the wall.
Yeah. I get this. I get what Jonathan's doing there. I change it as soon as the event's over. Right? Josh, yeah, it's kind of weird. You see how weird that is? Yeah. I'm an entrepreneur in the financial world, but I'm growling at you. Through visitor mirror. Right? Joshua, cool. Kelly, got to change that. Kevin, who's Kevin? Is he part of a pyramid? Right? See, even that, I appreciate this, Chris. But who's Chris? Right? And the hard part about that, I'm taller. So who's going to be more authoritarian in that picture? So I'm branding. Yeah. So I want Chris to brand himself. Are you guys getting it, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So if that's the case, That was good, Taylor. Thank you for being. Thank you, Taylor. How much time we got? Good, Rich. Good on time. 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. So as you're, how many of you guys? Let's take social media as a way for you to build your personal brand. Why do I love social media as building your personal brand? Does it cost you anything?
No. It's free marketing.
Right, it's free marketing. When I was building my brand, there's no such thing as social media. 2007, 2008, I was still doing 5,000 piece mails in direct mail, right? But social media, for example, the event tomorrow night is all by word of mouth and social media. Did we have to put anything in the mail? No, and we've got like 15, 20, 25 people already come to that nice, tight, intimate type of event, right? So social media, right? If you have, I've identified if I'm going to do Facebook, if I'm going to do Twitter, if I'm going to do Instagram, listen, hustle. You can have hustle, right? But what do you need to combine with your hustle?
Muscle.
Muscle, which is strategy. Right? You can be running, but no strategy. Guess what? A week later, you're still in square one. You can have strategy, but no hustle, and you're both still in the same spot next week. How many guys have ever felt that way? What do I post on Facebook? Why post on this? Okay, so on Facebook, how often do you think we should be posting on Facebook to communicate our brand? 3 to 5 times per day. Sweet spot is 4. Okay? So, how many haven't posted anything since like last week? Right? No, I get it, no problem. Yeah, Lizette.
When you comment, like, and share, when you share, should you be posting something above it, or should you just share?
I'd like that, yeah. So if I'm going to share, for example, if I saw Glossy's motivational quote,
Right.
I'd share that on my profile. I'd say, who's ready to roar this morning? Right? Tag an entrepreneur you know. Right? That's how I would share it. Just don't share it and not have any comment. Imagine I want to introduce this journal to you for you guys to get to increase your productivity. I just go like, or JLo, you're gonna multiply your income by 10 times. You use this journal right. Do you want this?
No, I do.
That's it. You see, you get it now? That's what it's like. I look at social media as the way you interact and have etiquette with people live. Okay, so this, I just want to share with you one quick analogy. It's not analogy, acronym. Long term, this is where you want to start building your brand. Your consciousness, because this is part of your what? Strategy. So the first thing you want to do is build some form of internet strategy. What am I talking about internet? Somebody give me their name. Denzel. Benzel. Do you own your name do you own Benzel Jenkins.com? Do you own that?
No.
Somebody buy it tonight for $9 and sell it back to them for $20. We're entrepreneurs here, right?
Benzel.com.
Yeah, right. So you want to own your name. Right? So Luis, what's your name, Luis? Last name?
Rubio.
LuisRubio.com. So that happens to be a common name. Say LuisRubioEntrepreneur.com. LuisRubioI'mYourDaddy.com. So something like that, right? Right? So you want to have an internet because in this day and age, people are going to what? They're going to Google you, right? 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 AnnaI'mYourMommy.com. Right? No. Victor's like, heck no. / heck no. Right? Okay, SM is social media. Right? So if you're going to have a strategy to your hustle in terms of building your personal brand, you want to have a presence on internet with your name. You want to have a presence with social media. What profiles? What social media mediums? What would you use? Facebook? What else? Instagram, Twitter?
LinkedIn.
Good. Okay. Those are good 4. A is article writing. Why do I want you to write an article? Do I want you to write an article about investments and insurance? No. Because those are regulated products. I want you to write about your story. Now, for some of you, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm not sure how to write this. I tell you, there's like a couple hours there. I was looking at writing about one area of my life. I was kicking around this for 2 hours. Couldn't write it because I was dealing with it. But you want to deal with it because it's got to get out of you. How many guys still tell your story and you still ball up? You got to deal with it. Because the power of how you deliver your story is the power of the attraction you have to your brain. And people want to hear you. You think that pastors on Sundays are dealing with issues? They are. Pastors aren't perfect, but they're dealing with issues, aren't they? But do you think they hesitate on delivering the message?
No.
Because it's less about you and more about your message. Right? That's why, Stefan, he's modeling, right? I remember one time I did a modeling gig, couldn't do it. Right? I was like, I can't do this stuff. Because I get so conscious because I really don't like people looking at me. That's just me. Right? If you see me behind closed doors, I'm kind of like an introvert. I don't talk much. When I'm doing this type of work, I'm extrovert. I learned how to turn it on and turn it off. But me being a model, it was for a charity event, and they had me wear this fishnet stuff. Totally uncomfortable. Totally uncomfortable. Right? You realize my nipple was like... Right? And they're like, slow down. So stuff like that, I don't get it. Some guys have courage of that, but listen, you write your article, you deal with your issues, so therefore you get it out there. R is for radio.
Radio.
Okay, there's a new app I want you guys to download. It's called Anchor. Anchor is going to teach you how to get your message out. And you got to talk about, for max 2 minutes. Right? Talk about something, I'm going to anchor tonight about what we learned tonight, and that's how we're going to get our message brand out. So, radio. Somebody said, well, what do I say? What do I say? How many guys are conscious about video? Right? Everybody kind of, I don't know, I don't like the way I look. Fine. Anchor is your solution because it's just audio. So get your message out. The more you get your message out. Before I did TV, I did 6 months of radio just to get practice on sharing my message. And T is for TV. For those of you who are bold about video and YouTube and stuff like that, question?
In regards to YouTube, you can't use it as a means to promote PHP, right?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I'm the Senior Vice President of PHP Agency and founder of Money Smart Movement. How you guys doing? I love talking about entrepreneurship, personal finance, blah, 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 blah. The thing that you can do in the financial world is promote products. You know, notice Patrick doesn't promote products.
Yes, sir.
All that? Okay, guys. Meeting after meeting, 10 minutes, shall we? 10 minutes?